our next story.
Goodness.
This comes from Relationship Advice. My boyfriend, who's 34, has a sexual history with my parents, a 49-year-old man and a 47-year-old woman. Can we still survive?
What? That's it? That's the whole story?
That's the craziest. That's the craziest title I think we've come across.
Oh,
That's the title.
My boyfriend has a sexual history with my parents. Can we still survive?
At the same time, you think?
Yeah, for sure. They went to like a restaurant and they were like, we'll take him.
You sexy dog.
You sexy dog.
Oh my God.
Are you okay?
No, that's just crazy.
That is wild.
That's the craziest title.
There's something we have to discuss when we get to it.
Oh, there's something we have to discuss? I think we already have that.
Their ages?
Okay.
Read it to us.
Okay. Gross situation, but both my parents have told me that it's not a big deal since we're all adults. Guys, we're all good.
What the hell?
We're all
What's
good,
happening
dude.
Here?
Oh, okay, so it's good. No
Oh,
worries.
it's good. My boyfriend, who we will call Sam, is a bit older than me. 34 versus me, a 23-year-old woman. And this has never been a problem before. We've been dating for over a year now, so things are pretty serious. However, when he came to meet my parents over dinner, hell broke loose. I thought everything was going fine at first. I've had boyfriends who were shy around my parents before. They can be intimidating. But around an hour into our dinner, my mom pulled me aside.
Oof.
She explained to me that she and my dad actually already knew my boyfriend. Obviously, I was confused as they had appeared to introduce themselves for the first time not that long ago. My mom explained that 10 years ago, she and my father had taken part in a threesome with Sam, but it was all in the past. I didn't want to hear any more, but she told me that they'd all slept together a handful of times.
Oh my God!
In retrospect, I didn't take this information well, and I left their house by foot and ran until I was far enough away to call for an Uber.
Okay.
I've been home for a few hours now. Sam has called me literally hundreds of times in the last few hours trying to talk, but I don't want to answer. The whole thing is making me feel sick. I have picked up a call from my parents who told me to calm down and handle this situation like an adult. My mom called me immature for being so freaked out by the thought of her and my dad having sex, and she said that if I'm going to be part of a grown-up relationship, then I need to handle this type of thing more appropriately. I see a future with Sam, but I never expected that my parents would be a part of our history. I really do love him a lot, and I know it's not his fault that he chose to be involved with my parents such a long time ago. Is there a chance our relationship could survive this?
There's not.
Wait, how cool is this? Wait, this is
There's
awesome.
not.
This
No.
is so cool.
Oh.
Mom and daughter. How awesome is that?
Only need to get one
Wow.
bed for the
Mom,
family
You're
vacation.
so much alike.
Oh my God.
Mama, Mummy.
Oh, well, it's Friday. What did we say?
No,
so alike.
no,
You
no.
can't give us this story
No.
at the end of our shoot week.
Sweetie
This-
baby, honey, it's not
okay,
working out with Sam.
Also, Daddy.
Oh my God.
That just hit me. That it's Mommy and Daddy.
Mommy and Daddy
And Sammy.
at the same time. Mommy,
Sammy,
Daddy,
Mommy,
Sammy.
and Daddy had a good time, yeah.
I'm sorry.
10 years ago? Okay.
Oh my God.
No,
Love that.
no.
Absolutely. I can't believe the mom even told her.
Whoa, no, don't do this.
What?
It's good that the mom told her.
No. It's good the mom. It's good. Okay, let me take this back.
No, I would rather not know.
But like,
Not me.
kind of. Okay. Can I say?
Yes?
I think it's crazy the mom told her while they were still at dinner.
Yeah.
across the table.
Yeah. She's like, pumpkin pie's on its way. Hey, honey, can I speak to you for a second? So your father and I, and
Can I take you to the kitchen? I f***ed your boyfriend. But don't worry, so did your dad.
and your father.
And
your boyfriend.
she goes 1 second and runs out the door.
And then she goes, oh, no.
She goes,
You see her running, it's just like, why are you running? It's like my parents my boyfriend.
further.
Music plays, indie music, and then she goes, okay, I'm calling an Uber, I'm exhausted. It's been 2 minutes.
I just kept running.
Oh. Forrest, go, Forrest.
It cuts to like the
Run.
fucking Sierras, and she's just still running.
That's when you use ChatGPT.
I think I would run forever.
Yeah.
You have a full beard by the end of it. The mom's like, stop this, come back.
Why have you been running? Well, 20 years ago, my parents told me something that would change my life.
Says.
Sorry, it's over. There's no chance.
What?
No.
I disagree completely.
You think
Just ask your mom, what was it like Any tips? Just kidding.
Too many tips.
No.
Too many.
Stop that now.
Look, this is one of those situations. The boyfriend did nothing wrong. He had a threesome 10 years ago, right?
He has good taste.
Multiple.
They had multiple threesomes.
He had good
10
taste.
years ago.
Multiple?
They can't. That happened. That's fine.
He's like, you remind me of
That's
someone.
fine. But had it been literally anyone else that he had a threesome with, except for these two people, they could move on.
That's
but
the universe.
This is
Exactly.
no. I'm sorry.
No, it's the universe being like, you guys are not a match, and this is how we're going to
You know
destroy
what?
it.
We're gonna move on from this one.
I
Yeah.
mean,
I'm not even talking about. Okay, to be clear to people listening and watching, I'm not talking about right or wrong. I'm talking about just like, nope, I'm out.
Exactly.
It's just a nope, I'm out situation.
Right.
Like.
yeah, because what if? What if it's like a year down the line, it's Christmas, and we all know what happens during Christmas?
What are you talking
It's
about?
Christmas, and the
Don't
boyfriend
go
goes,
there. Don't go there.
And the boyfriend,
that?
the boyfriend goes, do, 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 and the mom goes, let's give a little job for Christmas. And she goes, ba, ba, ba,
Why
ba,
are there reindeer?
Zip. You don't remember the last time we did this? Remember the Christmas story? Hello, it's a callback. And she goes, who? Buy me purses. Guys, the mom is going to be attracted to him, and also the father.
No, we don't know that.
Yes, we do.
Wait, they had a
It's
threesome. Do you know
over.
what happens in a threesome? The guys lock eyes, and the
What? Amanda, what?
what? What? I am done explaining what a hookup looks like. Enough. Here's the deal. I don't think this can last.
That's
I wanted
what
it to.
I said.
You could have said that a while ago, Amanda.
I wanted it to, but then I thought about Christmas time and the holidays, and then everything's gonna get messy.
Exactly. It's so messy already. What if they're having sex and he calls her his dad's name?
There's an added element. There's an added element that we're not thinking about.
Sam's like, Bill, I mean, Amy. Amy, you're Amy.
Amy, sorry. No, that's your mom. Shit.
There's an added element that makes this worse.
What?
There's more.
All right, first,
Update.
there's some comments here. And this first comment, it had me thinking about, I was like, okay, the age gap. And then that made me, something occurred to me, that they slept together 10 years ago, and she's 23. She was 13. She was still living with her parents when they were actively having threesomes with this
They
guy.
did it in the house?
I don't know, but no, I just mean like,
Right? Fucking hotel.
I just mean like she was still like,
She was 13.
she was still under their care. She was a minor and like under their care while they were going out and doing that.
They can be parents.
The threesome is fine.
Yeah,
The threesome
they
is
can-
fine.
yeah.
They just had the threesome with this
Yeah.
guy, and now he can't be the one who's in a relationship with her now.
Yeah,
All right, let me
TBT.
read this comment.
Once you said she was 13, the whole story changed.
Okay, let me read this comment.
Okay.
If I was in your shoes, knowing that my boyfriend was f***ing my parents when I was 13 is a massive nope, I'm out for me. I couldn't even imagine what's going through your mind right now. I'm sorry you're going through this. Yeah.
Okay, well, they said
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's what
They
we were.
said it.
That's what we were saying.
That's it.
So no, it's no.
No
Someone
chance.
else said, damn, that is rough. If it were me, I would just sadly say it won't work out with that person. I wouldn't be mad at your parents. They obviously couldn't have predicted that coincidence.
Right.
I would just say there are more fish in the sea, and the odds are most of them haven't had a threesome with your parents. Seems like it would be very awkward to continue that relationship. What if she just keeps finding guys and they're like, I also had a threesome with your parents.
That's
Honey?
amazing.
And she finds out that her parents just ran through the town.
Bill, bring out the key lime pie, honey. Your boyfriend.
She's at the mall with her parents, and then every single guy in the mall is just like,
Eventually,
you guys everyone in this town?
eventually they're gonna need just like a spreadsheet of everybody that's in town, so they can.
They're
just
going
mark
through
X's.
Tinder, and they're like, yep.
That one.
Yep.
No, not that. Oh, wait, yeah, that
Yeah,
was
we
9
did.
years ago.
We had sex with him, too.
I forgot that it was 10 years ago. That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
I know. Though this is a crazy coincidence. This is like truly movie material. Like this
Yeah.
would be hilarious.
Seriously, yeah, it would be.
But they didn't forget Sam. You know what that means?
They didn't forget him.
He was
Good.
memorable.
Yeah,
Sexy dog.
okay. What's crazy to me, though, is she runs for 5 minutes or however long, calls an Uber, comes home, immediately writes this Reddit post.
Yeah.
That's what she says.
That's her safe haven.
She got home and she's like, Chat GPT,
Help.
what do I do?
ChatGPT's like, you're
Last comment. Everyone in that room has been inside your mother. I am sorry, I'll see myself out. That's, what a Redditor there,
Why would
huh?
you say something
He
like that?
tightened his fedora for that one.
Yeah, I feel better about myself listening to that.
Just want to say that everyone was widowy in your mom.
Jesus. I'll see myself out.
I'll see myself out.
God.
Oh, God, we have to move on. I'm getting
Is there an update?
No, what's the update?
I don't know.
Maybe the parents got with Sam.
It's
Yeah.
like I got back home and they had sex again.
I found them naked at home.
Well, there's no update? That's such a bummer.
Yeah. That is WTF. Stamped. Left the
Well,
planet.
I wonder what she did. I doubt she probably. But then imagine going back, like you can't leave your parents.
No, you just leave Sam.
That's an absolute, you're never getting over that.
That's such a bummer. I'm so glad she told her, because imagine if she waited and they like got married and have kids.
Oh.
Yeah,
You're
it's
right.
overall, it's good she knows.
Yeah.
No, you're right. It's good. It is overall good she was informed. Like, she knows this.
Yes,
Mom did the right thing.
Of course.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know if there was any other way about it.
Sam like walks in and locks eyes with the dad, and they flash back to the night they locked eyes over his mom.
Okay. Now, I said it, now you're saying it again.
Well, I'm picturing it again. I'm a picturer.
Am I the asshole for suggesting my 7-year-old name his new stuffed tiger Tig Bitties? Pretty much the title. My son won a stuffed tiger at the fair last night, and he said he had named him Tig. He asked me what its last name should be. I couldn't help myself and just instantly replied, Bitties. Then I turned to my wife to share a smirk, but she was pissed.
Of course it's a guy.
The old ball and chain.
But she was pissed and quickly suggested a few different names. But my son insisted that he liked Bitties. So now his tiger is Tig Bitties. My wife thinks it was completely inappropriate. I think it was a silly joke that went over his head and will have no negative ramifications.
Famous
You know,
last word.
I think we're the wrong
Yeah,
audience.
we're all
We're
like,
100.
damn, that's great.
brilliant. Yeah, we're not the right audience to answer this question.
Like, man, that's
you,
awesome.
You think it would be okay, like, with if you had a kid or nieces or nephews to like
No,
to,
it's
well,
your
like
kid.
To, if it's an inappropriate joke that goes over their head, is it okay?
Well, it's like that kid that says "fire."
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Well,
you know
so-
what he's saying.
Or it's like the
but-
kid who asked to see the cats, and he goes in the people's house. He's like, "Let me see your titties."
I want to see your titties. My brother wouldn't be able to say truck, and he would say
Yeah.
and my grandma would so often be like, "Oh, Brian, what's that?" she was stoked about it.
I mean, what are kids for if not to like make us laugh?
They're just for entertainment,
Right,
right?
right,
They're just to be just jokes.
Not
I
the
would
asshole.
say I would argue if it's not appropriate to make jokes that go over kids' heads, then Shrek is a f***ed up movie because that has so much that goes over kids' heads.
I think parents. I think you would just go insane if you weren't allowed to like
Yeah.
you know like toy with your kids a little bit.
I guess the fear is if he has a stuffed tiger that he loves that's named Tig Bitties.
Yeah.
I feel the issue that's going to come up is his friends and other parents are going to find that out.
People
But
are.
Tig Bitties
yeah.
is really not like
He's not going around
horrible.
saying "I love Tig Bitties" to like all
He
his
probably is
like-
telling, no, he's probably telling people he loves Tig
probably
Bitties.
telling
Yeah. Well, you know.
Hey, teacher, I gotta be honest with you. I really love Tig Bitties. I f***ing love Tig Bitties. Hey, don't say Tig Bitties. The verdict on Reddit was that he's not the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's go,
but
The
boys.
Reddit's gonna side.
verdict: divorce.
The verdict: you gotta get divorced because she's lame. This next one is from Off My Chest. I made
It's
my
gonna make a Tig Bitties.
Get these Tig
So
Bitties
to off my
off
chest, I named my tiger. So to off my chest, I named my tiger Big Titties. Okay. I just said Big Titties.
Oh.
Next story. This comes from Today I F***ed Up. Today I f***ed up by holding a grudge for 29 years against a kid at school who called me Carrot Boy.
People really come packing with these titles.
Now, OP is saying that he messed up
by
holding a grudge for 29 years. All right. The names, including my own, have been modified to false names. About 29 years ago, I was in the 3rd grade. I took one of those carrot packs out of my lunchbox, the kind that came with a little cup of ranch dressing. All of a sudden, this kid, Balthazar, said, "Hey, everyone, look, Tim is a carrot boy." Everyone at the whole lunch table started to laugh. I couldn't believe it. For some reason, that incident really stuck with me. Nobody really brought it up again, but I became self-conscious in elementary school for eating carrots. Later, I lost that self-consciousness, but all through school and into adulthood, I always thought of that and built it up in my head as this big, disrespectful insult to me. Whenever I eat carrots, the memory pops up, basically involuntarily. Whenever I see carrots, I remember Balthazar going, "Hey, everyone, look, Tim is a carrot boy," and hear the laughter. What you should know is that I am from a small town, and although I left, a lot of the kids I knew are still there. I saw that over the holidays, there was an impromptu high school reunion event scheduled. I decided to show up. I haven't seen these people regularly in a long time. Well, who should be there but Balthazar? All of a sudden, the old anger welled up in me. I don't know what I was thinking. It seems so ridiculous now, but I saw a big tray of carrots meant for everyone at the buffet table, and I picked up the entire tray and carried it to Balthy's table. I started eating carrots angrily. Everyone at the table and surrounding tables were staring at me. I then said, "Guess I'm still a carrot boy, huh?" I almost immediately realized my up when everyone looked at me like I was insane and they had no idea what I was referencing. So I awkwardly asked Baltho and the other people around if they remembered him calling me a carrot boy in the 3rd grade. And nobody did. So I was like, "This did happen. You really did call me a carrot boy." And he was like, "Okay, sorry, man." Somebody next to me put their hand on my arm and whispered to me, "Are you okay?" As if I was having a mental breakdown or something. I was so embarrassed that I just got up and left. Multiple people have texted me asking me if I'm all right and why did I do that? And did I really hold a grudge for some innocuous, silly remark that a 3rd grader made almost 30 years ago? When it was put to me like that, I realized maybe I was the one being weird. Balthazar wasn't like a bully or something. Aside from that one insult, he never did anything else to me, and in high school was kind of known as being a do-gooder. I had built it up as this major incident, but nobody else even remembered it. I was horrified to find that several people from the reunion unfriended me on Facebook, and I saw photos of the event, and somebody had tagged me in the background as Carrot Boy, and none other than Balthazar responded to the post, asking the poster to remove the tag, even though several other people had replied with laugh emojis. Now I feel like I have made a huge fool of myself and can never show myself in this town again. Well, maybe that's okay. I don't like the town anyways. But I am so embarrassed I can hardly sleep, and it has been a few weeks since the incident. Oh, God. Another 30 years are going to pass, and he's going to meet up with him, and he's going to be like, "Hey, I want to talk about that high school reunion."
This is a gem.
The entire first half, I imagined like him riding in a thunderstorm at midnight, like the Raven style. Like, "It was then that he called me Carrot Boy, and I remember that." It didn't even become a nickname. It didn't even stick.
No, it was the one incident.
He's 37 or 38 right now.
And that Carrot Boy comment, which means the rest of his school years were a breeze. If Carrot Boy from 3rd grade is what stands out to you, then you made it through high school without anything that much worse.
That's a crazy point.
You did puberty and just drove right on by.
Nothing else stuck? Carrot Boy, it's not even that bad.
No, and also, like, to his credit, you know, 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, that's not even a good joke for them to laugh at. Like, the whole class laughing at it, Carrot Boy, that sucks. Like, that does suck.
A little disappointing.
What's honestly remarkable to me about this story is the fact that he made himself Carrot Boy at the end. That he got tagged
now Carrot Boy
in a post that sometimes the things that we keep, we decide stay with us.
Yeah, it's
right?
like a parable.
He became Carrot Boy.
Yeah.
He did the carrots at the reunion as an adult.
As a boy.
He was like, "I am Carrot Boy." No one said he was Carrot Boy besides him.
I even think it would be wild to, like, be at the tray with somebody and be like, "Well, I guess you expect me to eat all these, huh?" The fact that he brought it over to the table, like, he really spent 29 years as Carrot Boy in his mind.
But also, also get it. Like it's wild the things that stick with you, right? That you like bring up to friends and you're like, remember that happened? And they're like, no. Like me and my brother all the time, I'll remember some of the most embarrassing shit. He's like, I don't remember that at all. And it's like, oh, it sticks with you longer.
It does. No, that's fair.
So it's very
That's
fair.
real. But it's like at a certain point going, okay, like putting it into the context of like, well, they're not going to remember that. That's from 3rd grade.
Yeah.
Like, it affected me. It's a core memory for me. But that doesn't mean it's a core memory for them.
But like, it's a core memory for me, right? And I have no control over it because I felt humiliated. But I do have control of the rest of my life, and I don't want it to be a core memory anymore. Like, I don't have to bring it into these new spaces.
Yeah.
Therapy is expensive, but 29 years, you can maybe find, scrape together some change for one session at some point in there.
So Carrot Boy.
So Carrot Boy. I also, what's funny is around 4th grade, 5th grade, I have a carrot-related story. Where, you know, I was a little bit of a goofster in my day.
Well, you're kidding.
Angela, if you can believe it, as I live and breathe, I was a goofster.
Okay.
And I had these little carrot sticks, right? And I put one sort of where my teeth go. And you guys know the animal, the walrus?
I've heard of it.
So I was sort of like a carrot walrus, and it slayed. And then this girl, I'll change her name for posterity. Balthazina.
Yeah.
Balthazina came up and went, poof, and hit both carrots, and it kind of hurt my gums a little bit.
Okay.
And you want to know the crazy thing is I didn't think about that from then until now. It was only that day, and then only right now. And it's just that easy.
That girl that bumped him up, Kate Hudson. No, I'm kidding.
And she turned out to be Kate Hudson.
Yeah. No, I mean, I cannot knock this person for like this sticking with him, right? Because stuff like from your childhood sticks with you.
Stuff sticks.
Like core memory in middle school, it might have been elementary school or middle school, there was a dance, and like a dance circle formed, and just kids were hopping into it. And I remember I got booed out of it. And like, to this day, I'm like, I won't dance. Like,
oh no! Shane, that's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
It's also deeply funny.
I'm trying to keep going. I'm laughing so much. Shane, this is gonna sound like an insult, and I mean it as the highest compliment. You turned out so well. You turned out so well for all the things of like, yeah, I got booed while dancing, I was homeschooled. Like, your life is awesome. You did great. And there were all these things going against you.
Cut to us on a Disney show where the end of the first episode, they're like, all right, now here's the part where you all dance.
I know.
Everyone's like, oh, like
Shane, I also got made fun of for dancing in elementary school. Like, there was a day where everybody had to dance this song, and people were like, "Look what Damien's doing," and I stopped. And to this day,
I think it's a very base level insult dudes throw at each other in elementary school.
I
Like
think,
boys are just like, you're dancing, you're dumb.
no, I think learning to dance is humiliating no matter the gender.
Yeah.
When you're young, I remember we used to play Big Booty in my like in theater class, and I was humiliated to play.
Was there dancing in Big Booty?
It was like it was a version of it that you would dance. But thinking of someone getting booed out.
Yeah, that sucks a lot.
It was pretty rough.
So sorry.
Pretty rough.
Damn, dude.
And then like, what if you went back to your reunion? You're like, how about this, huh? And everyone's like, what?
You do a full like Footloose routine.
Yeah.
And they're like, sick, dude. Like, all right.
Lights
Isn't that
and
the guy
roll.
that's like a YouTuber now?
I think that's the Goldberg's kid.
Okay, comments. That's some self-fulfilling prophecy shit.
Yeah.
10,000 upvotes. Someone said, I have hard secondhand cringe. Someone said, I picked up the entire tray and carried it to Balthy's table. Oh my God, he's going to dump the carrots on his classmates. I started eating carrots angrily, question marks. And then he realized he was no longer a carrot boy, wipes tear, but a carrot man. I will say that the self-fulfilling prophecy thing is true of like, the things that you hold on to, you will become.
You bring it into the room.
You will
like
become
it wasn't there, and you brought it in.
That's like Greek tragedy level of like, this is the prophecy, and because you know about it, it's going to happen.
It's actually very much like it's true.
It's like Oedipus. It's like he was punished for what he's going to do in the future, and he was punished by being abandoned as a baby, and that's what leads to him doing all that stuff in the future.
Mm-hmm. First Oedipus reference in a Reddit stories.
Boom. And it's not even about the mom stuff.
That's actually kind of shocking that Oedipus has not been brought up before in Reddit stories.
I was going to say this.
Reddipus.
Redipus.
James with the
Redipus.
From
slam
a half
dunk.
court.
I wish they could have seen.
Redipus.
That sounds like a Spencer. Dare I say Redipus?
It's actually very much like an acting thing where in like scenes that like I've had coaches be like, yeah, whatever you're thinking about is what we're gonna see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like it's true. Like if you're uncomfortable or something, it's like we're just gonna see that. Like you have to focus on what you want us to see and what you'll become.
Yep.
But hey, I mean, not to toot my own horn, but I'm the fist bump guy.
Don't.
And this is my carrot man moment. I really wasn't the fist bump guy. Are you okay? Am I taking up too much
No, not at
space?
all. I just move a lot.
I move a lot too.
Keep up.
It's okay.
Oh, whoa, that's some
Oedipus.
challenging. Oedipus.
Boyfriend made reference during.
Sex.
Boyfriend made a reference during.
During.
4 words. Let's go.
Boyfriend made reference during.
And we know exactly what she's saying.
I, a 37-year-old woman, was having sex.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do. That'll do.
I, a 37-year-old woman, was having sex with my 39-year-old male fiance. I was on top doing my thing. He started laughing. I was confused and asked what was funny. He made a reference about me looking like the Penguin. I'm heavier and was wearing a white tank top. I was still confused. He then pulls up a picture of the Penguin from Batman with his disgusting face and white shirt moving in an obvious way that resembled me.
Scott, stop laughing.
Scott!
Stop laughing.
I'm not usually overly sensitive and can take a joke, but this made me angry, very angry. I already really struggle with self-worth, especially in the bedroom. It led to an all-day issue. He apologized, but it meant nothing to me. Am I overreacting?
Oh,
Dude,
no.
my man.
Oh, no.
We have the meme.
No, we have
Oh, I bet we have the meme. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. We're about to overreact, I fear.
I'm about to lose my
No,
mind.
react.
I'm about to rip
Bailey, Bailey.
I'm about to rip a man I've never met and will never meet apart.
3, 2, 1. No! 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 That's so up. That is diabolical.
I hate him.
Can you imagine?
I want him to go away for a long time. Sorry.
I cannot believe this.
I actually think this will be the first Reddit story. I abstain.
Abstain?
I'll just sit here and listen to you guys talk about it.
He had the audacity to be, she's topping you. You're welcome. You're blessed. And you knew that.
We are blessed.
She is performing for you. And you go to that? Buddy, can your mind please iOS update your brain?
That guy in the middle of sex was like, what if I never have sex again? And then he made that choice.
To go from sex to meme, your brain's in a dark space.
That's the Dark
And
Knight
it was
right there.
during.
You either the hero or long enough to become the villain. Cut that.
I think no, keep it. Keep it.
No, say it again. Say
It's
it
really
again.
funny. No,
Stand up on your chair. Stand up on
I
your
sat
chair.
there cooking for a bit, okay? I was like, I need to come up with a Batman reference. I will say, I love this woman for like making this post.
Yeah,
Like
get
you
her.
can tell, like she is. I do think she seems like she's very confident in herself.
she goes, internet, do your thing.
Yeah.
Internet, kill him. Here's his address.
Woman topping you in a white tank top, slay! And then you did that!
I think it's very clear. The fact that he's alive means she underreacted. Because
Yeah, she's not writing this from prison.
she probably,
Yeah.
unless she was writing this from prison, it's like, hey.
They gotta clip this. We lost our minds.
We did. We truly did.
Fair. The verdict, not overreacting. Someone said, firstly, you're not wrong to feel how you feel. He hurt your feelings, period. There are a lot of factors that could play into how you proceed from here. Is this the first time he's commented on your weight in a negative way? Is he a joker that often tries to be funny even at the wrong times? Joker reference. Is he concerned about your health or just being rude? The best thing to do is tell him exactly how he hurt you, which it sounds like you already did. And now, take it easy and observe him closely these next few days or week. Is he still making side comments, or is he being careful around you and telling you he thinks you're beautiful, either by words or actions, since we all have our own love languages? If you watch someone long enough, they'll tell you exactly who they are, and spoiler alert, it doesn't take that long. Good luck, and no matter what, remember there's someone out there, might even be him, that wants them some you in a wholesome way. OP responded, he generally doesn't make comments about my body, mostly because I think he's afraid to. But yes, he has in the past while having sex. Once he made a reference of me looking like a dinosaur because my hand was kind of up, and another that he wanted to push on my stomach and make me laugh like the Pillsbury Doughboy, all while on top, his preference and...
His preference?
And usually I can just laugh stuff off, but this was too much. I should mention he's not some super skinny dude himself and can out-eat me. I'm top-heavy in the way that my breasts are really large.
Oh my God, he doesn't deserve this woman. Babe. I'm hot.
Move on to the next story. I hate this fucking asshole.
Oh no. Oh my God. He's thinking about literally anything else while she's having sex with him, and he gets to say in the position. The position for him should be in a corner.
Someone said, this guy is 39?
I forgot his age! Oh my God.
Clear.
I'd expect this level of stupidity and lack of tact from a 19-year-old who's obsessed with memes, but a middle-aged guy who's engaged in an intimate moment with their partner, that's just really fucking dumb. I mean, I can definitely get lost in a thought sometimes or say something that might get taken out of context, but he straight up compared you to the penguin during sex. Is this way out of character for him? I'm getting the sense that he might be a bit narcissistic or just incredibly immature for his age. Lastly, someone said, I don't know if I would stick around, but if I did every time he tried rubbing up on me, I'd tell him to go with the penguin.
But you know what, actually, like, if you really break it down in that moment, she's saying he's too afraid to talk about her body, but except for in sex, he
Yeah, no, you're right.
Which is like, that's the last place that you should, like, that is the most intimate and last place that you should feel confident enough to say something like that to anyone.
And like just because we're doing this, let's give space to intrusive thoughts, I guess, right? When you're like, oh, this looks like that. Oh, I didn't mean to offend. But this is a reoccurring
But it's
offense.
specifically during sex, which also makes me fear that it's like, if it's like he enjoys humiliating her.
Yes, and he's also just like making fun of the size of her body.
Like, wow.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
And to go so far as to show this meme and be like, and you know, in his mind, he's like, oh, this resembled it. Maybe it was like a tiny element of it, but she sees this whole picture and she's like, you think that's what I look like?
Yeah.
Like, he has no idea how that could impact another person. Like, that they got to figure that out. Like, ooh.
Yeah, that's awful. And like the fact that someone asked and she's like, yeah, he's done this a few times. I'm like, bro,
yeah, like,
don't marry this man.
And also his preference of her. Oh, God. I know,
he doesn't deserve that.
It's been red flag after red flag on this guy.
Visceral reaction, I'm sorry. It's just like, she sounds like a lovely woman.
She does.
Yeah.
Everyone is lovely except that guy.
Yeah, even the penguin. I'd rather hang out with the penguin than that guy.
Yeah. Next story.
So, no update?
No update on that guy.
I will say, if you're somehow watching this, you're a f***ing queen. And it's your preference if you want to top.
Yeah.
And I'll be there.
Hey, look, the next time you get on top and you're like, hey, this time I'm Harvey Dent. And then you flip a coin, you pull out a gun, and you're like, we're gonna do this. We're gonna, if you want this, we're gonna do this. Comes from Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for saying my wife wasn't my dream girl in a trivia game?
Whoa.
Why are you writing this post, bro?
I feel like all you have to do is write that sentence, and then you should be having a question like, wait a minute.
Oh, that sucks. So my wife and I have been doing a game night every so often with some other couples via Zoom since we can't go out and see people lately. This was in the later part of 2020.
Okay.
We were playing this We were playing this card game the other night that was basically a trivia game for couples to play, and you are asked a question and you write down your answer and your partner has to guess what they think you answered. If they guess correctly, your team gets a point. Whichever couple knows each other the best wins. So some of the questions in this version were a little spicy, and one of the questions was, who is your dream man/woman to have sex with? I wrote down my spin instructor.
No! I thought he was gonna put like Jennifer Lopez or something. No, you don't put a real person who you can go and see.
Oh no!
No, you don't do that.
Oh, dude,
Shakira.
you're so dumb.
Right.
Rihanna.
There's like a version of this that's like not writing your wife.
Yeah.
But is like, okay.
Like Sandy Cheeks. Like I think that like something like that's funny,
Right.
you know?
Okay.
Oh.
I wrote down my spin instructor since my wife knows I think she's hot and thought she'd guess her and we'd get a point. Well, me, turns out every other husband either wrote down their wife or a celebrity/fictional character.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, fictional character is the way to go. My wife was livid and upset. I tried to explain I didn't actually want to do anything with my spin instructor, and I would never even briefly consider being unfaithful. It was just me trying to play the game. She doesn't believe me, saying everyone else's instinct was women who didn't exist, or better yet, their wives. I feel really bad, but also really confused. I don't know how to deal with this. Is she overreacting, or am I an asshole? And no need to tell me about the Curb Your Enthusiasm episode. No, I hadn't seen it. Yes, I've seen it now. Almost every man there sent me references to it as soon as the video was off. I'm sure there's a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode that matches this. What the hell was this dude thinking?
This guy was not.
Oh my God. I think that might genuinely be it. Like, I don't want to be mean, but I think he might just genuinely have not been thinking. Like, he could just be a very, like
there could have been some
dumb,
drinks in him.
Yeah, like he just might be dumb.
That's just the dumbest thing I've heard, so maybe it's like a dumb thing.
It's like almost so dumb that I'm like, maybe he genuinely didn't understand that that was an insane thing to do. Like, he was so stupid in that moment.
Because the way he said it was like, my wife knows I think she's hot. I think my spin instructor's hot, so she's gonna say that.
Right.
The logic is not there.
It's so, oh my God.
There's also, we play so many of these types of games. There's moments in these types of games where it's like, you even know you're not gonna get a point, right? You know, like, okay, I'm thinking they're not gonna say this, but it's a fun thing to say. Like, it's just like, I'm gonna say the cute thing. I'm gonna say the wholesome thing. I'm gonna say whatever.
Right.
It's like, you don't, I don't know. He was not thinking here.
He's not.
Because even his strategic explanation does not make sense.
No.
Oh,
Oh, boy.
That sucks.
That's bad.
in front of friends.
It's all.
God.
Okay, the verdict was asshole.
Yeah.
Comments. You're the asshole. Who humiliates their wife in front of friends? Oh, right. You do. I would strongly suggest you quit. Quit your spin class immediately and spend as much time and effort as it may take groveling to win back your wife's trust. Good grief, man. Someone replied to that saying, honestly, OP is going to hear about this for ages. But if he doesn't quit that spin class ASAP, oh boy. He just gave her a massive reason to worry about it, in addition to humiliating her in front of friends. OP, you're the asshole, buddy. Big oof. Someone had said, you're the asshole. Dream girl. i.e. someone you will literally never get the chance with, like a celebrity. You don't put down someone that you know in real life that you interface with on a regular basis.
Exactly.
You're the asshole. Come on, man. A woman you know in real life? There is such a clear difference between talking about a celebrity crush or a character from a TV show. But you chose someone you realistically could hook up with, which is what your wife will be thinking about from now on when you go to spin class.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Dude, and it had to be a spin class too. Like, come on.
Cliche.
I don't know if this is the biggest asshole, but this is the biggest idiot so far.
This is big dumb.
Big dumb.
This is big dumb.
Hall of Fame.
Big dumb.
Hall of Fame stupid.
Oh my God. Nuclear stupid.
Oh, man.
Oh my God. I've heard of other stories like this, though, where people say a real person. Like when we were talking about, like, oh, if you could sleep with anyone in the world, who would it be? And they say someone they know. It's like, what are you doing?
That's just an odd way to answer that question anyway.
Yeah. And to be fair, most of the time when I've heard those stories, it's like teenagers. So it's like, oh, you're young and you're not thinking. I'm like, dude, you're older, you're married.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Ooh.
Oh, please let there be an update.
There's no update. The context points that he has talked about this spin instructor to his wife before. He's been like, yeah, my spin instructor's hot. It's like, what are you doing?
I don't know if I was in a marriage if I would want to hear that personally.
People are, I think people have varying degrees of it, but there's a matter of trust, right? There's a matter of like understanding. I think even if this was a couple where they both feel comfortable being like, whoa, that person's hot, or like, oh yeah, that person's really hot. In this context, it's still kind of embarrassing. It's disrespectful in front of people. And clearly his wife felt disrespected. He's writing this post because his wife felt disrespected.
Yeah, if it was like an inside joke that they'd made before, then but like, no, that's so
really
insane.
uncomfortable.
Yeah. She was like, good luck getting your spin instructor, big shot. Then he was like, oh, my spin instructor.
Oh.
God. Oh, I feel very bad for the wife.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, lady.
Oh.
Well,
no update.
I'm just imagining being a friend in that room. I don't know if I would be able to keep it together.
I think I would close my laptop and be like,
I would struggle.
internet went out.
I think I'd literally be like, you're dumb as like I don't know. I might have to call him out in the moment and be like, that's insane.
Like, bro, that's crazy.
I would have a hard time not laughing out of complete discomfort.
Absolutely.
I would be so uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
Okay, next story, and I think this one's going to be a little more positive.
I need this.
I need get a little
this right
break,
now, Shane.
a little
palate cleanser
from shitty people.
Thank you.
I believe that's the hint I got.
Okay.
This comes from Best of Redditor updates. So none of this is posted by the original OP. A lot of Best of Redditor updates is someone who found a bunch of posts and they compile it.
Okay.
But here we go.
The heroes.
Mm-hmm.
My best friend of 24 years, born a male, is now a transgender woman. I'm in love with her and not sure if I should tell her. My friend and I, both 24 years old, have been best friends our entire lives. We're practically brothers. Our parents grew up together, went to the same schools, so my friend and I were together ever since we were little babies. We've always had each other's back, protected one another, cared for each other when the whole world felt like it was against us. But the both of us knew we were always looking out for each other. My friend is an amazing person, someone I can go to and trust completely. I'm blessed to have this person in my life. My friend transitioned to female a few months ago, 100% completely physically a woman. She's been through hormone replacement therapy these past few years. Seeing her become so much happier is amazing to see. I'm absolutely proud of her. It's beautiful to see my friend now be so free, being comfortable with herself and always having the greatest smile on her face. But I'm falling for her, and these feelings aren't going away. I'll admit that I'm in love with my friend. The friend I've known for 24 years is who is stealing my heart, and I don't know what to do. I don't want to lose my friend, but my feelings of friendship for her are turning to romantic/sexual feelings and attraction. After my friend transitioned, we continued hanging out and talking like nothing changed. We continued going out to clubs/bars, the movies, restaurants, playing video games. Nothing changed. We kept doing what we always did. During this time is when my feelings began to change. I started falling in love with her. You know what attracted me? Her, the way she is. My friend is now acting like herself, acting free and full of life, always laughing, dancing, and being goofy. It hurts me because this is someone I grew up with, and I'm afraid my feelings are going to push her away or make this awkward. Like always, I'm insanely happy being with my friend, but my feelings for her are killing me right now every time we're together again. I've fallen in love with her true self. Her true self is absolutely beautiful. I've spoken to another close friend of mine about this. I just got made fun of. Haha, you want to fuck your bro? Seriously?
Aww.
Is practically what I got.
Ugh.
They didn't understand where I was coming from. They didn't understand what an insanely amazing person my friend is. This friend of mine feels it's creepy and nasty that I'm falling for my best friend. They also aren't taking my friend's transition seriously, which is another reason why they're acting immature. All he did was make fun of me, so ever since then, I haven't spoken to anyone else about how I feel. Also, aside from being scared of losing my friend, I'm afraid of what our families will think. What happens if my friend and I do end up together, and our families suddenly start to panic? I'm afraid of not only ruining my friendship, but the friendship our parents have with themselves for many years. Both of our families were completely supportive when my friend transitioned, not a single negative comment. Everyone is proud of her, and the love our families have for her hasn't changed at all. I feel I'm overthinking all of this, especially because being friends is very different from being in a serious relationship. If anything, our families would be insanely happy we're together and be so annoying. Ha 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 ha. How it's written.
Is that how you laugh, Shane?
Ha 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 ha. But I'm more worried about the negative response, which is why I believe I'm overthinking this whole thing. Plus, if I plan to even confess my feelings for her, I have to do it soon. She's always been being asked out on dates, but she tells me she's looking for the right person to spend time with. I feel this is my opportunity to confess, but I don't know if I should. I don't just want to confess how I feel about her, I want an actual relationship with my friend. If any of you have some advice, please definitely share it, because I have no clue what to do. I'll love to tell my friend how I feel about her, but I don't want to lose or ruin our 24-year friendship. I also don't want to make it seem that I'm falling for her just because she's now a woman. I don't want her to feel that way at all. What do you all think I should do? I'll absolutely appreciate the advice/input. I'll greatly appreciate it so much.
Wow.
That's so sweet.
You know what it makes me think of? I give the advice a lot on this show when people are like really young, like 20 to 23, and they're in a relationship and they don't really like it or whatever. I'm always like, just leave, because I feel like people don't know who they are until like it's different for everyone. But like I feel like your 20s, you're like figuring out who you are or letting your true self come out. And I think that's for obvious reasons here. Like that's what's happening is like. You're young, you're still figuring out who you are, and then, now that you're becoming who you are, you're like, oh, I love this person. Now that they are fully like their 100% self, you're falling for them, regardless of gender or sex or anything. Like that can happen.
Yeah, wow.
I think this is probably common.
Yeah.
Common amongst people.
I feel like we've heard a lot of stories on this show where, or like there's a lot of stories online where it's like, a woman or femme-presenting person has a guy friend who has been lying about their feelings and intentions the whole time, where it's like, I thought we were friends, like, this sucks. But that's also why I feel like as these feelings have grown, I think it is good to be honest, because if he doesn't tell her, then he's being dishonest. And like, obviously feelings can come and go, but like, he's known this person his whole life, and like he sees her and he really truly feels like he loves her. Like I think it would be really great to say something, because obviously the fact that their families were supportive of his friend for transitioning, they just want that person to be happy. And like, I don't like, it's common for you to be like, oh, well, what's everyone else gonna think? They're gonna be worried if we break up. But it's like, you can't let those external things affect it, especially since his friends were clearly being transphobic and just all around toxic about it and being weird about it. It's like, yeah, well, their feelings don't matter anyway.
Yeah. And I think it's a valid fear to think, oh, now, they might think that now that I perceive them as a woman, like that's the only reason.
Right.
But I've seen many people who transition, that was one step in becoming their truer selves, not just externally or with their gender, but it's how they realize who they really are and they start expressing themselves. Like it was even mentioned, like they're always laughing and dancing now. For some reason, that really stood out to me. It's like they're comfortable in their body and expressing themselves even through dancing. And I feel like that can be just such an attractive trait to see someone coming into themselves as their true identity.
Yeah, yeah, which is why I said earlier, like you become a new person as you get older, as you figure out who you are, and it's in many ways like, and it sounds like he's saying like, I'm in love with who she's become.
Yeah,
like, who's this. Now that I get to see who she really is deep down, I love that, and I think that's very valid, and I think it's really cool that he's concerned about that.
Right.
Like, I don't
very
want to think
empathetic.
that it's just because of that. Like,
I mean, without knowing more, I agree with you, Courtney. I feel like he should tell her, and there's so much history between them. You think that maybe there'd be some extra layers of understanding, and maybe even like, hey, if it doesn't go back, both ways, I still want to be friends with you,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think there's a way that conversation can happen where it's like, hey, I'm feeling all these feelings, but I'm scared to tell you this because our friendship means so much. I don't want to lose that too.
I think that vulnerability would
it's like, okay, I think
I also think, like, I can't help but read into the little things that he's saying that she's saying, where she's getting asked out on dates and she's like, I'm waiting for the right person. And, like, being in her position, she might be assuming, like, oh, he wouldn't want to date me because he just views me as the person that he grew up with.
Yeah.
So maybe she doesn't assume that. And so, like, maybe things might be a little more positive in the end, you know?
Yeah, there's a strong chance that she's thinking the same thing.
I hope so. I'm such a hopeless romantic and stuff. I definitely hope so.
Update.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Screw it. I'm going for it.
Yes.
I'm going to ask out my friend. It's Saturday, 1 p.m. right now. I'm going to see if she wants to go on a date tonight.
Oh, wait, just ask out, not even talk about feelings, just ask out. Okay.
I actually kind of respect that, because it's a little smaller than saying, like, I'm in love with you.
That's
like,
true.
That's really sweet.
First off, wow, thank you for giving me the motivation. Reading your comments has made me realize I shouldn't waste time. I need to go for it or I'm going to regret it. My plan is to take her out on a fun date and I'll confess my feelings during the date. I might even show her this post, as I literally poured all my feelings into this post.
Oh.
She's like, you're a Redditor?
I liked you until then.
She actually lives a few houses down the street. We live in the same neighborhood/street.
Wow.
That's why we're pretty much always together 24/7 every week. I'm going to message her to see if she's home so I can stop by. And while I'm there, I'm going to ask her out. Wish me luck.
Oh, I like how the post is right before walking out the door.
I know, that's
I'm
really
walking over there right now. I have my desktop, I'm carrying it.
My feet are in front of the door. I'm standing in the doormat.
And also, like, learning now, like, how much they spend time together. She has figured out who she is, and the fact that, like, a lot has changed for her, but the one thing that hasn't changed is she's still choosing to be around him all the time.
Yeah.
She's still choosing him. So I'm optimistic.
Update number 2.
Let's go.
Ooh. I got a date tonight. I was insanely nervous walking to my friend's house, but I can't stop smiling because, wow, I actually got a yes from my friend. One issue I had was where the date was going to be. I had no idea, but I remembered she loves this 80s bar/grill that has karaoke every night and tacos. So that's where we're going. So tonight is going to be tacos, drinks, 80s music, and karaoke. Sounds like an awesome date. I told her pretty relaxed, I didn't rush into it, showed up, started talking like usual, and that's when I asked her. Told her I would love to take her out on a date tonight, that I've been wanting to ask her out for the longest time.
Oh.
I definitely tried to hide my face from blushing, but she had a huge smile when I asked her out.
Oh.
She's even extra excited because we're going to her favorite place. I feel asking her out has made her comfortable to flirt with me.
Oh.
She started complimenting me and even kissed me on the cheek before I left.
Oh.
She definitely felt more intimate, if that makes sense. She even said she's going to get extra pretty for the date tonight. I'll admit, I'm really looking forward to that, although it's impossible for her to get extra pretty, seeing as she's already gotten pretty.
Can't help but compliment her in the Reddit post.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, she's pretty freaking pretty. I'm still shaking, honestly, LOL. The shakes are more shakes of excitement. I'm gonna pick her up in 2 to 3 hours, so I'll definitely be getting ready soon. I haven't gone on a date in quite some time, so I'm really looking forward to tonight, especially with the date being the girl I really love. I'm still nervous, but I'll pass eventually.
Wow.
It'll pass eventually.
Wow.
That's where it ends.
Wow.
I literally have never wanted to piss on the floor out of joy. I'm so excited for them.
Why am I emotional? I'm like, oh,
It's very sweet.
our babies.
Yes.
Well, it's straight up like a movie, like that's like a movie story.
And the poster, the OP is so in tune with their emotions. And I feel like that's really refreshing because a lot of times it's really like, here are the facts. But here they're like, I got butterflies in my tummy. And it's like so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So great.
That's awesome.
There's a couple comments. She was literally waiting for him to ask her. LOL, 100%. Someone said, absolutely, just afraid to be herself, but now she can. Amazing for all involved.
Oh.
Yeah, you called it. It does seem like she was also like, yeah, so I'm just waiting for the right guy. Oh, I love that she's excited. Reading this, I was so worried that the growing up like siblings part, irrespective of anyone's gender, would make the friend feel weird in a totally valid way. If for both people, it's really more like we've always known each other, so we have a strong foundation. That's lovely. Good luck to these cuties. And lastly, someone said, if this isn't the most textbook case of loving somebody for who they are, then I don't know what the f*** is. Makes me very happy to read, and I hope it ends up being a lifetime of happiness in the making.
Oh.
That's really great.
That was amazing.
Really great story.
Fantastic.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It's so funny. Like, love can be so scary, but for them, it's like, it's so funny. They were friends. They literally grew up together. They know each other so well, but like when feelings like that come into play, it almost like changes everything. You're just like, I don't know. I'm too scared. I don't know. But it's like, you just gotta trust sometimes.
Yeah, and I mean, at the end of the day, romantic relationship still is like, it's not like friendship leaves it. You know, like all that friendship has to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So they do have a great foundation for it. So it's lovely.
Epic.
Very, very cool.
Epic friendship slay.
Yeah, kind of a slay. Okay, here we go. This comes from at least a subreddit that we've recently discovered called Am I Overreacting? And I love it. It's a great subreddit. My roommate ate my beans.
Uh-oh.
They ate my beans. Wait.
Does it say that?
Oh, it's about to get so much better.
Hear me out.
Okay, guys, we gotta hold it in. We gotta hold it in as I get to this title.
Just get to the end, okay?
My roommate ate my beans, so I went to his Baldur's Gate 3 game and threw every item of his inventory down a cliff and saved over his prior saves. Holy shit!
This is like an AI-generated story. Like, what are the two most popular topics? Beans.
I haven't
Baldur's Gate.
Before we get into the story, I haven't gotten that far into Baldur's Gate 3, as you know. Is that pretty much end the game for you? Like, if throwing every item of his inventory down a cliff and saved over his prior saves?
No, but a lot of the dopamine hit is like, oh, I found this item, there's one in the game. Oh, I got this armor, and it lets me do this fun thing with my character. So it vastly changes it. You're not done, but you're just like, all right, it's Monopoly with a quarter of the pieces, I guess. Like, that sucks. Yeah. It would suck a lot.
But his beans are gone, Damien.
But he ate his beans.
Oh, I didn't even think. There's the same post.
The beans are gone.
Does it specify what kind of beans?
Beans from Even Stevens.
Okay.
He ate him.
It was my brother.
Okay.
It's my dad.
Here we go. I, a 25-year-old man, like to order fancy beans and grains from a place called Rancho Gordo. They are called heirloom beans. Unlike most beans, they are not in a can. They are dry beans that you are meant to soak and cook properly, making very good protein-filled foods. Now, these beans are a little on the pricey side, and the bags they come in aren't large. 3 times this year, I have caught my roommate, who's also 25, cooking, incorrectly, my beans. He thinks that dried food should be a shared resource. What? He never buys beans or any other kind of good dried food, never mind an expensive kind. I told him to stop eating my beans. This week I was looking forward to making a veggie chili with some of my good beans. I got home and saw the bag was empty, like 2 or 3 beans in there. I became enraged. My roommate leaving 2 or 3 beans is somehow so much worse.
Now I get the anger. It's kind of like opening a jar and there's just like a picture of him with like a middle finger. And I'm like, okay, now I kind of get the anger.
Leaving 2 to 3 beans is such a bitch move. Like, it's just like,
You can't make chili with 3 beans.
That's the difference between being angry and like hearing carnival music as your eye twitches. Sorry.
My roommate is obsessed with the video game Baldur's Gate 3. I've seen him play it all the time. So when he was out, what I did is I went into his game. You have 4 characters in your party, basically. So I went to this place where there is a cliff, and I dropped all of their gear, and then picked it up and threw it down the cliff. This took me a long time, like hours. And then I went back to his camp and changed the party with other members, and I went back to the cliff and did the same. And I did it until every single member of his party was naked and weaponless. And then I saved the game, and then I deleted all of his prior autosaves, so the only save file was the one where his gear was down a cliff. When my roommate came back home, he was livid. He actually did a, no! Like in the movies. He knew it was me and accused me of making him waste 100 hours of his life on nothing, and that he would have to start the game over again. I said, well, I hear it's a good game. I'm sure you'll have fun. And he was like, why did you do this to me? And I said, maybe this time when you rebuild your inventory, you'll find some beans of your own. He was shocked, silent, and then said he couldn't believe I ruined his entire month just because he wanted to share my beans. Share. He said what I did was beyond the pale and not a proportional response, and said that he will never forgive me. It is awkward living here, I have to admit now. Some of my friends who play Baldur's Gate 3 have said I did overreact and that I sabotaged his entire game, saying a run of a game can take over 130 hours, but he was the only one who ate my beans. I am conflicted though. Maybe I did overreact.
Okay, hear me out.
I'm listening.
We commissioned this as a feature film.
Yeah.
Adam Driver plays the Beans Boy.
A24.
I'm obsessed with this story.
What I thought he was about to do, because there's magic beans in Baldur's Gate 3, right? Because that's a D&D thing.
I don't, not that I know of. There are foods, but I don't know of any.
But really f with him and put beans in his.
Because there's the magic beans in D&D, so I thought there might be.
Yeah.
But so I thought he was gonna throw away his beans in the game.
Got it.
I think one item, like one big epic item in the game, if he'd thrown that away, I'd have been like, okay, maybe that's fair. But he put in hours of work. At that point, just delete his save.
You know what makes
which is still mean.
It's still mean. You know what makes this person so stupid, but also is confusing to me is like, it's a wonderful game. I think anybody can enjoy it, but like I play a lot of games. It took me a minute to sort of figure out the controls, including like what you can throw and where. Like it's a little bit different than what I'd usually do. So figuring that out would take a second. So he must have already known that you can do that. But if he knew that, like you can put a bunch of items into like a bag or like a barrel or something. And if it's too big, you can throw that away. Like you can like copy paste everything into one bag and just go yeet. He could have done this in like a 5-minute prank and been like, ha ha ha, I did it.
No, he wasted hours of his life on this.
But that's so wild to me. And like, it's an emotional game. There are parts that made me tear up. It's wonderfully acted. Like, and beans.
These beans, though, come in specific bags, Damien.
Yeah.
That's true. I didn't think about the bean
There's
bags.
like not a lot of them.
They come from Rancho Gordo.
They come from like have you ever like read about the beans from Rancho Gordo?
Yeah, I've heard about Fat Ranch and I didn't put 2 and 2 together.
I want to know how expensive these beans are. I mean, I think he did overreact, absolutely. He also put in hours. I'm like, dude, I get you're mad, but like hours, and now it's gonna get worse. He's gonna eat your beans more now.
Yeah, also stealing somebody's thing. I don't know, I feel like
I also hate this man who's taking his food.
Oh, he was wrong.
I hate him.
But I would just take, like, I don't know, if I wanted to get back at this person, I would take something of theirs instead of ruin something they've been working on. I feel like that's very different.
It's a different thing.
So here's my thing about that too. We're not questioning, is it bad to steal? Of course it is. Did they overreact?
That's the question.
I think so, yeah.
Yes, like.
I know. My thought on this, and I know we're gonna come back to this, is like with a roommate situation, what's tough is getting revenge on a roommate is my idea, not smart, because you have to keep living with them, and now you're raising the stakes. I think I'm a full conflict resolution. Even if you've been wronged, it's like, how do I make them stop or make this situation, like that's how you have to, like it's what sucks about roommates.
Yeah.
It's the worst part of it.
I also think if you're gonna take food, I don't think you should, that's not fair, it's not cool. If you do, you don't take it to its completion or to very little. Like you take some and they won't notice. You take a little bite of the ravioli on top.
I feel like, or if you do take it, you need to replace it.
You need to replace it.
Or promise to replace it.
Or you should be the one that brings it up. Don't let someone discover it.
Exactly. Like, hey, I had some of your beans.
Hey, I was out of food. It was midnight. I had a can of soup. I'll buy you one next time I go to the store. So sorry. Won't happen again. Like, done.
Bunch of comments here. They used to cut people's limbs off for stealing. I think you're fine. Someone said, no, I love heirloom beans and video games. More of a Zelda person myself, and they should have kept their hands to themselves. Now he knows how much it means to you. Someone said, for fuck's sake, just insist they pay you back. This is like burning someone's entire wardrobe because they returned your shirt late. I know what heirloom beans are and how obnoxious it is to try to find them, but your reaction was pathological. Someone said, nah, if this was that important to him, kudos, because I would take something my roommate valued also. My granddaddy loved sayings and two fit here. A bought lesson is a good lesson, and if you can't listen, you can feel. Look,
and he lived by those every day until he died of a heart attack at 42.
Yeah, I agree that like taking roommates' food is like you're a piece of shit if you do it. I hate that guy, but this roommate now, by doing this, like it's like, okay, what if he's gonna have to move out now? Because you guys hate each other and it's about to get worse.
Also, like, is like when you open Baldur's Gate, isn't it like you're going into an account?
Yeah, so.
Like you're going into a saved thing. Like it feels a little like going on to someone's like.
It is invasive.
Like computer and like typing shit and deleting shit. It's just like really
I think he heightened the stakes.
Yeah.
I think he heightened the stakes, and now that roommate's gonna probably try to heighten the stakes.
and it's going to keep on getting heightened.
I deleted one of your kidneys.
Yeah,
I don't know.
beans.
The biggest bean.
The biggest bean of them.
The biggest bean.
It was right there. It was right there.
Yeah, damn. I wonder if we'll ever get an update on where that situation's at.
I mean, I want to watch it on TV.
It's very funny.
It'll be true crime in like a year. I also want to say, like, since you just discovered this subreddit, in hearing those comments, I have a feeling that everyone who subscribes to this subreddit just is in the business of enabling, like, everybody who's posting, like, am I overreacting? No. In fact, I think you should throw away more beans of his shit. Like, it's just,
I've been on the bean wait list for 2 years.
I like both of those things, and I would shoot him in the neck with a dart.
This is from Today I F***ed Up, which is a...
Oh, I used to go on that one all the time.
This is a personal favorite of mine. This is great. Today I f***ed up by thinking my son was having gay sex when he was just eating hummus.
To be fair.
To be fair, so I've never had gay sex, but I've had hummus. So I, a 39-year-old woman, have a son who's 15, and he brought a friend round today. They immediately went to their room, and I assumed they would just play some video games or whatever, so I was totally fine leaving them. It was about 30 minutes in when I was walking past, I heard sounds such as, oh my God, that's so good, and it's so good with that in it, and various sounds.
Let's see how chill
There's
the mom
no
was.
other way to eat hummus. It really sounded like they were having gay sex. I was super weirded out by it.
It's just sex.
So I quickly went downstairs and waited for his friend to leave. When this friend left an hour or two later, I asked my son what they were doing in his room. Because although I don't mind him being gay, and I think and I know it's normal for teenagers to have sex, a condom really should have been used, so I plan to confront him about that. However, the answer shocked me to my very core. They weren't having sex, they were eating hummus. I was shocked and initially didn't believe it. We had never had hummus before, and I asked him to
does this overlap with the girl that doesn't eat spicy food?
We had never had hummus before, and I asked him to show me the hummus if this was true.
Show me
the hummus! So he did, and I ate hummus for the first time, and oh my God, it wasn't good.
It wasn't good?
No. So he did, and I ate hummus for the first time, and oh my God, was it good.
What?
Where does it rank compared to gay sex?
We experimented with different things in it, like bread and carrots, and it was great. Apparently, his friend had heard about how he had never had hummus before and thought this was so absurd, so had planned a date for a hummus party. So yeah, it ended up being quite a good ending. I discovered how nice hummus was. Thought my friend was having gay sex. He just really liked hummus.
What if they had hummus and then
So guys, I want to remind you that this is also Best of Redditor updates.
Oh boy, here we go.
So I don't know what's going on.
Can I point? I wonder if so she thought they're having gay sex, and then the friend no, it was gay sex. So the friend walked out of the room, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, hey, how are you? And he's like, oh, I'm stuffed. All right.
Things people say after sex. Whoa. Oh, man.
I am so sexed. Comments were, oh, I see you got hit by the emergency hummus.
No, hummus.
Were you guys having sex? I always kept open hummus inside my closet for when I was having sex with my friends. You never know when you might get caught. Lady for Real just fell for the old hummus trick.
It's the oldest trick in the book.
Okay, here's the update.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Here we
It was a tumor.
Here we go.
So yeah, the majority of you were right. They were having sex.
Yes, let's go.
Good for him.
No, not sex. Let's say it all together.
Hummus.
I did think it sounded like it. They ate some hummus first, then put it away, didn't do anything at the same time like some of you freaks suggested, and then had sex. My son's boyfriend, I think they're boyfriends, saw the post and couldn't stop laughing. So told my son, thinking it could be about them, who told me because I think he felt a bit guilty about hiding it. Other than that, nothing really exciting happened. We had a long, awkward talk. I told him I don't really endorse him having sex, but he should really use a condom, etc. Now, on to the more important thing, hummus. I really like hummus now. I'd never had it before because it just looked kind of disgusting, yellow and sludgy. But I have learned appearances can be deceiving. It was homemade, so I'm going to have to ask for the recipe so I can make some more. I've finished all of it. Also, what are some other good things to dip in it? I've tried the obvious things, carrot, cucumber breads, and any suggestions would be appreciated. A lot of people have recommended baba ganoush as well. Is that similar and better than hummus?
God.
I love baba ganoush and I've made it myself. You throw some eggplants in your oven.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Baba ganoush.
I just have to say, it's a little strange that she's more accepting of hummus than her son having sex.
No, she was chill.
She was chill with it. She just said, like,
okay
please use a
with it.
condom. He's 15. I think it's more just like, oh, like, please, like, you know, you're young, like, don't. TLDR, my son is actually gay, but I also really like hummus.
Yeah.
That's incredible. I love that.
That is the.
Who among us?
I see. This is how you should react when you find a new food you've never had before.
Yeah. Have you ever covered up something you were doing with a blatant lie or anything like that? Did your parents ever catch you or almost catch you doing anything?
I don't think I was ever caught. I was not intimate with many people when I was young.
Yeah, problem is
my bed was far too squeaky to get into anything anyway.
Yeah.
So it was the bed, it was the squeaky bed.
It was the bed. That's why I didn't have sex.
I can safely say that throughout my teenage years, I had zero hummus.
But my boys.
All right. This comes from Relationship Advice. This is a recent post. As of reading this is not that old, which is always great. Okay, this is a 42-year-old woman writing this. My husband, who's 42, has informed me he intends to go on a gaycation with his brother-in-law, a 35-year-old man, in Ibiza. How do I handle this?
Okay, wait.
Pronounce it, well, first of all, pronounce it properly.
Ibiza.
Okay.
Okay. Hi there. I really wish I didn't have to make this post, but here goes. So me and my husband have been happily married for about 16 years, give or take. We both have stable careers, good family life, and are fairly fortunate despite the cost of living racking the UK right now. We have 2 boys, 15 and 10, and up until this Sunday, thought we had it pretty good. We argue sometimes, of course, but it never gets too bad, and we have a pretty decent sex life with some exploration, but I won't get into that. Long and short is, on Sunday, just after I dropped our boys off at their friends, my husband asked me if we had the house alone, and more importantly, do I have a minute? I said yes, and he sat me down, then got out this printed poster for some sort of orgy and started explaining to me the concept of a gaycation. How it's where straight men go to somewhere with sun, sand, and booze and become gay for the duration of the trip, but that's fine because it doesn't actually count, because what happens on the gaycation stays on the gaycation. I was just completely silent and mortified, even more so when he said he was looking into booking a trip to Ibiza next year with his brother-in-law, his sister's husband, to experience it for himself. When he finally let me speak, I just said, I need him to be clear with me. Is he gay? Because if yes, that's okay, but we need to figure out what happens going forward. I didn't let myself get angry or upset. I was just stunned. He swore up and down he's not gay and he's 100% attracted to women and of course still loves me and our boys. So I said, well, do you think you're bi maybe? And he got very defensive, saying how I need to drop the accusations and that this is the beauty of the gaycation. It allows straight men to experience gayness without actually being gay and how it's like going to an aquarium. And again, he was adamant he doesn't find men's bodies or genitalia exciting at all, but he needs to experience this apparently. I said, well, I'm really not comfortable because even if he was bi, this would be explicitly cheating on me, and he got very angry and reiterated he's not, because that's the beauty of the gaycation.
No! What is this?
I just had enough and left the room.
Well, honey, that's the beauty of the gaycation.
Well, that's the beauty of it.
Anything goes,
It's
and
kind of
nothing
like
counts there.
It's kind of like a lucid dream.
Yeah.
I ignored him for the rest of the day, but we spoke at tea where I again asked him, why does he want to do this so badly if he's not gay?
Yes!
He said how he's interested in how gay men's lives differ to straight men's, and that unfortunately, once the gaycation begins, it's simply impossible for a man to resist, and he must surrender himself, mind, body, and soul to the gaycation or be destroyed.
What?
What? I really can't put into words how surreal it was because he was speaking so matter-of-factly, and he again insists this is a thing that straight men do all the time and how he's actually doing it a bit late. I just said to him, if he has any love for me, then he can't go ahead with this, and if he does, the marriage will be dead. We didn't speak anymore after that. Since then, he's mentioned no more of it, but somehow, and this is what scares me a lot too, that decision genuinely seems to be tearing him up. He didn't go into work on Monday and only went in a half day yesterday because he told me he just felt too ill and he just looks distraught every time I see him. I really don't think he's wholly gay though. I can absolutely believe he's bi, but I'd rather we talked about that in a healthy way rather than this incredibly weird denialism around going on a sex holiday to Ibiza. Has anyone known straight guys to do this and come back and just go back to being straight? Like, surely that can't be a thing that happens. I'm so out of my depth here, and I just don't know how to even initiate the conversation. For the record, I also haven't mentioned it to his sister yet. I don't know how I'd even break it to her. Thanks for any help. I just don't even want to think so. Being able to get this out there has helped even just a little bit. Edit. While this blew up, this has been incredibly sobering, and I think I've now confirmed that I already knew to be the case. The marriage is dead, one way or another. In a way, I was in denial about that. I have contacted my sister-in-law, and she initially screamed at me, calling me a liar, and even insinuated I was trying to steal her husband. She rang me back shortly after, apologized, and admitted she was in deep, deep shock. I have asked my parents to look after the boys, and we're going to meet tomorrow to discuss this deeper. I have also texted my husband and told him we will need to make alternative accommodation arrangements, but he will not be sleeping here tonight, and a bag will be waiting for him. P.S. I see a lot of people asking about the aquarium, and at risk of doxing myself, there is a pretty famous aquarium in the UK called The Deep. At the very end, you walk through a tunnel that goes underneath the main fish tank, so it's quite immersive, I suppose. My husband explained the aquarium thing in that it's a bit like that. You go there and you observe the fishes, you even get a bit up close, but you never actually enter the water, get emotionally invested, or become a fish, gay, so it doesn't really count. It was a very bizarre analogy, and I pointed out it still makes no sense, and he just got more in a huff, and how I just don't get it, and frankly, I still don't.
Okay, but you're in the water. You're not observing the fishes. You're on the vacation.
You're all the way in the water.
Yeah, like you're
a fish.
You're a
fish.
He might not be a fish. He might not be a fish.
But he's swimming with.
But he's swimming with the fishes. Yes, he might not be a fish, but he's definitely paddling in the water.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I will say I have been out. I've lived in West Hollywood for a long time. It is for those who don't know West Hollywood, it's a super gay place. It is gay everywhere. It's gay, and yeah, it's gay everywhere. And going out there, there's a whole strip of like 17 bars that are all gay bars.
Yep.
And living there I've lived there for 3 years, and specifically in West Hollywood. But living there have been so many people who have their straight friends come visit or come move here, and they will be in our friend group, and they will come out with us, and they will go out and be a part of our group, but they are straight. And they'll get hit on, and it'll happen, and sometimes they might even go home with a person. They'll experiment. It's very normal. Yeah. It's a normal thing. You can go, you can experiment, and then they're like, yeah, that actually wasn't my thing. I am straight. And then everyone's like, oh, there's a stigma of people who are like, no, you're not. You're not straight anymore because you did that thing. Well, I did that thing, I didn't like it, and now I know what I like.
Right. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with figuring that out.
So I just wanted to say that before we get into this.
Totally. Totally.
Because she's like, well, he's gay. He's got, and everyone listening is probably like, well, he's gay.
That's a gay man.
He has to be gay. No, he doesn't.
He's probably bi and never experimented at all.
He could be bi. He could be straight and wants to experiment still. He's like, oh, that's something that I want to try. Yeah. And then he might like it. He might not.
The issue. He can change. I don't think the issue here is his sexuality.
No, it's not.
The issue is he's married and he wants to go to a place. He's literally like, I'm gonna go have an orgy. Like it's like,
is he gonna have an orgy?
But that's what he showed her. That's what it says.
That's the beauty of the gaycation.
She described it as an orgy poster, but it might just be a bunch of half-naked men.
But like the problem is like he's still describing like what he's describing is inferring that he's going to go.
I wish you would have
be
asked.
In a situation where it's even
if it's say mind, body, and soul.
Yeah, it's also like even if it's a situation where it's like, oh, I'm not gonna have sex, but I'm gonna go watch some other people that are there have sex. It's like that's still cheating. Like you're still what you're telling me is what she's upset about is that it's like, hey, what? Like this is a whole lot of layers. She doesn't even seem to be upset about it. Yeah, I think she's trying to make sense of it. I don't know. It is. You're right. There's some vagueness to what is being described here.
Yeah.
He's explaining it like an aquarium.
Yeah.
So that's the best.
Which
we
is
have.
awesome to be
A fish.
right. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go watch the little things do their little thing. It's like, okay, well, buy a ticket and give me the money then.
Whoa. The fish make the proceeds from the
As you know, as we all know, all the fish in an aquarium are rich.
I think I understand though her inferring, and it's what I'm inferring.
I would think
I'm
that too.
also
I'd be like,
inferring.
are you gay?
That's my assumption. Well, no,
Why
I'm saying my assumption that this is going to involve sex.
Sex,
This is
yeah.
going to involve
Yeah.
something, like kissing.
Yeah.
Like anything sort of.
When he
that's
said mind,
cheating.
body, and soul,
He added body to that.
He did add body to that, but it's like I'm picturing gay as in like happiness, going, dancing. I have a whole different experience.
But he's just going to be gay in that time period.
Yeah.
I guess what
You can be gay without having sex.
I know.
Look at us right now.
I'm not f***ing anyone right now.
I know.
Not a
but
penis
Right
to be
now,
seen.
I'm not f***ing anyone.
I
And
guess
I'm still gay.
It's just
You can go being gay it's a spirit. It is. It's an energy. Like it's not just like.
And that's the beauty of the gaycation.
That's the beauty of the gaycation.
just like on the beach drinking a pina colada, just like I'm gay right now.
Exactly.
Out of a little straw with an umbrella. Yes. You can be gay without the sex. You can just go be gay for a night. Go dance. Go to your local gay bar and be gay for a night.
You can be straight and do those things too, right?
That is.
Can you?
I don't know.
You know what? I certainly can.
I haven't been to a straightcation.
It's almost. I haven't been. I've never
Guys,
been.
let's go on a straightcation.
Most cations are straightcations.
Why can't she go with him?
That's what I was thinking.
That's what I was saying.
Let's disguise
Yes, bitch.
her as like a little twink.
And then if he's. No, she can just go on the, no, she can just,
No.
but if she goes with him, and if he's being honest about being straight, then he has someone to like hook up with. Like he gets to go do the thing, and you get someone that you love that you're married to go have sex with. Well, she should go with him. I'm into that. I'm like, she should go be gay too.
This is the resolution.
Yeah.
This is our answer to the story.
But wouldn't that be so much more fun if you're straight to go on a gaycation with your wife?
Yeah. I mean, the main take is like, this isn't gonna work out. Obviously, he needs to go do this, and that doesn't work with her. So this isn't gonna work out this way. He should still go on the gaycation because that's his journey. They should break up, and she should find someone who doesn't want to go do that. Yeah. I just wanted to.
I'm just so mad. I'm not mad, but I'm just like, I just want more communication. Is there an update?
We need far more clarification on what's going on.
I need to know what is happening.
Because I've never heard of this in my life.
And it also sounds like someone has sold him on this gaycation.
Yeah.
The brother-in-law.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
In Ibiza. Okay, comments. Your husband isn't proposing a gaycation. He's proposing cheating on you with men while using magical thinking to pretend it doesn't count. The fact that he's planning this with his sister's husband makes it even more disturbing. His bizarre explanation about surrendering mind, body, and soul isn't straight man curiosity. It's someone desperately trying to justify exploring his sexuality while keeping his heterosexual marriage. His depression about not being able to go isn't about missing a vacation. It's about being forced to confront his sexuality without his convenient "what happens in Ibiza stays in Ibiza" excuse. His meltdown over not going shows how desperately he wants to avoid facing this reality. OP responded, I read over this multiple times, and I guess the worst part is I know you're completely right. Lastly, someone said, I'm a straight European man, and this sounds completely absurd. If it's so normal, why then is the only thing that shows up on Google a docuseries from 2016?
Yeah, I've never heard of a
I've never heard of this before. Anyways, update.
Okay, let's fucking ride.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I'm
Okay,
ready for this.
I'm really hoping that he is straight and just wanted to go have fun. That's my hope.
Okay.
Okay.
So when I last posted, I'd contacted my husband to tell him he wouldn't be staying at home tonight and a bag would be waiting for him. As you can imagine, we argued quite badly. I won't go into the specific details, but no, I'm 100% on board with the fact at a minimum he's bi, might even be gay altogether. We've had arguments in the past, but I've genuinely never seen him have such a childish tantrum before, screaming about how I just don't understand the gaycation. Absolutely despise that phrase now, and insinuating I'm actually homophobic because I refuse to allow him to participate in this cultural exchange with the gay community. A lot of you said to ask him if it'd be acceptable if the roles were reversed And I did ask him, would it be acceptable if I went and slept with other guys during that week? Like fucking clockwork, he was very angry and offended, saying it's completely different because a gaycation means nothing, and what happens on the gaycation stays on the gaycation.
So he did want to sleep with people.
Yeah. So doesn't actually count. Whereas I'd just be straight up cheating. Well, I turned it around on him. No, but you see, what happens in Manchester stays in Manchester. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't count. It's like bird watching. And I think it got through to him. He went all quiet and then started crying, admitting the thought of me sleeping with another man is destroying his heart, but relationships need sacrifices. So agreed, while in tears, that when he goes on the gaycation, I'll get 1 week in Manchester to do whatever I want. He doesn't want me to, but that's fair in a twisted way, he supposed. I told him to get out of my house. Thankfully, he left without a fight. I know it's incredibly petty, but I also drained the joint bank account, legal in the UK, so he couldn't try to use it against me. About an hour later, I got rang up by his mom, my mother-in-law, who just screamed and screamed at me about being a cheating whore. What about the kids, etc.
What?
He must have
Yeah, he said
that.
some stuff.
When I finally got my composure back, I just said, ask your son about the gaycation. Obviously, at first, she got angry, but I said, no, just ask him about the gaycation. He'll explain, but she called me a fucking joke and hung up. Later on, getting into the evening, I got another phone call from her in floods of tears. She was very apologetic, and I told her she doesn't need to be the one to apologize. She was so upset, she put father-in-law on the phone, who, while he sounded calm, I could just sort of tell he was on the warpath. Again, very apologetic, and said he overheard that phrase, asked my husband, and husband initially said, no, it's nothing, before explaining how it's a modern thing men do, and gave them the same spiel about how what happens on the gaycation, men cannot resist the gaycation, how a man must surrender to the gaycation, etc. Father-in-law just said they told him to leave or they'd call the police. Don't care where he goes, but he wasn't staying there. My husband tried to call me while I was on the phone, but I just ignored it, and father-in-law just said he was so sorry for me, and they have my corner in this, so that's one thing. Told them to be there for their daughter because it sounds like brother-in-law is involved. Husband didn't tell them that, and father-in-law just said he had to go because he was so angry. Got a text from my husband after the phone call, which was all weirdly rambly, saying how I'd abused the gaycation to destroy his marriage and destroy his life, and again insinuated I, and his parents, was homophobic for doing such a thing. Told him we'll talk when he grows up and blocked his number. I took a day off work myself to have the locks changed this morning so that 500 pounds gone, whatever. At least I know he won't be coming back. I'm going to look into how to proceed with a divorce, and then we'll move from there. So I haven't yet met with sister-in-law. She was in such a state and has taken this far worse than I have for reasons that'll be clear soon. We're going to maybe try tomorrow, but we did talk over the phone, and I eavesdropped on the conversation with her husband, where she put her phone on speaker and I went on mute. Her husband got home earlier. She made him come home, told him there was an emergency, and just said to him, can you please explain what a gaycation is? She told me afterwards she was praying he'd look confused or just be like, what, or anything like that. But instead, he just sat her down and explained that a gaycation is a new thing where straight men go to gay hotspots and participate in gay sex acts, but it doesn't count because there's no investment, and because what happens on the gaycation stays on the gaycation. If I hear that phrase one more time.
Oh, I hate this.
He said it's like writing down angry thoughts and putting them in a drawer. You never have to see them again.
Oh, God.
The whole time, sister-in-law is in tears as he just calmly bats off the same points my husband did about how it doesn't count, and he even did the whole it's impossible to resist, you must surrender or be destroyed shit. I seriously think they must be speaking to a dominatrix or something, because surely neither of them are that into this to actually make that up on their own. I really don't want to go into what was discussed for her sake, but it did become very apparent to me that the brother-in-law is into sissy hypno porn, and at times conflated that with the concept of a gaycation. There was this utterly surreal moment where sister-in-law is just trying to wrap her head around this while also in floods of tears, and he explains so genuinely, so matter-of-factly, that for most men, the gaycation is either a one-time or annual thing, but some men go on the gaycation for years, and others simply never return, because they use hypnosis and mind control to be totally feminized into a state of permanent pseudo-gayness. She said in disbelief, surely if you're taking it up the arse willingly because you want to, that makes you gay. And he said, no, because that's the beauty of the gaycation. You can do all this gay stuff, but you don't interact with the wider gay life experience. She asked him if the sissy stuff is what he wanted, and he said, not on a long-term basis, and was adamant this is something all straight men do, but she wouldn't get it because she's a woman. Then there were more insinuations of homophobia. Well, that marriage is dead too, I suppose. The whole ordeal ended when she said to him he has a choice to make, and he said no, he doesn't need to make this choice because the beauty of the gaycation is that it allows him to keep his marriage because it doesn't count. She said that's not the choice. The choice is whether he's leaving the house that night or she is. The only good thing is he did leave. Me and sister-in-law spoke about it after that, and I'm just still utterly stunned. I understand she's gone to her parents for support. What exactly did we do to have our lives destroyed in such an abrupt, bizarre, embarrassing way? Per some advice, I'm going to look at devices and bank statements to see if I can find any definitive proof of cheating. After that, I suppose I'll figure out how I tell the boys why their father won't be coming home. Edit, spoke to my other sister-in-law. My husband's family is older sister, him younger sister / original sister-in-law, and gave her a skimmed-down version of it. She asked her husband, and thankfully he was deeply confused, but then mentioned about 2 years ago at a birthday party, he was approached by my husband and brother-in-law about signing up to some online boot camp around BDSM cross-dressing. He assumed they were taking the piss out of him, so told them to fuck off and never really thought of it again. The fact that this has been going on for that long is making me want to throw up. P.S. For the poster who said about divorce options, I'm actually going to look into adultery because plain and simple, that's what this is.
Wow, I am so disappointed in this dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel sad.
It's sad.
Yeah.
I think this is sad. I think this is sad because it shows the lengths people go to like they can't confront things.
Yeah.
There's so much around it that they can't just like face the.
And
it's so insane.
It's the world we live in.
It
where,
is. I was about to say the societal
shamed,
pressure.
It's shamed so much. You're not allowed to like. I think what you said was important earlier of like people's ability to experiment because clearly he never could in his life. He's now been married for 16 years. He's got something inside that he's struggling with, and it's. When you have a desire, when there's something in you and you are literally pushing it down, I'm talking a realm of anything.
Yeah.
That leads to destructive behaviors.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to kind of like find some other path, and he's found his way here to convince himself this is how he can do it. I want to feel really badly for the guy. And I feel bad for something that is going on inside.
But unfortunately.
But where we have ended up now is that's the
And he had an out. He's been doing it for a long time. But she asked him, she was like, I still love you. But we need to figure this out right now. Like what you're talking about, like, I'm your wife of 16 years.
Yeah.
Now, this is the time to figure it out and talk with me, communicate.
Right.
Yeah.
And he didn't do that. No. Which it is a lot of pressure and it's a lot on him, but
and it's
the only way to do it without blowing up.
Yeah, because this is like, it's just tough. Like it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful on so many levels. I'm a little curious. I'm curious what your thoughts are because this is the thing. She's got put through a whirlwind, right? So any decisions she's making, it's like I understand this is all happening so fast. Her going to his parents and telling them, ask about the gaycation. Do you think that's in a way like, did she need to do that? Like, because is it in a way kind of outing him to his parents?
Yeah.
And like their reaction, the dad's reaction has me like, okay, like what do his parents think about the possibility of him being gay?
That sucks.
Like, because there's a reason he is pushing it down so hard. At the same time, I'm like, like I said, what she's going through, I'm like,
oh, it's awful.
And you're worried about what the ramifications of separating are gonna be. But it's just like, so I'm not mad at her. I'm not saying she's an asshole, but it's just like.
Right. There's definitely homophobia in the story.
Sure.
Like there's some of the reactions, I mean, yeah, that's like, oh, you're cheating. Ugh. But to be like, I'm sorry. It's like, okay, you're adding on a layer of also, oh my God, my adult son is gay, I'm gonna go blow up, you know?
Yeah.
Or gayish or whatever.
Yeah, it's just really it's sad on so many levels because it's also sad that he didn't feel comfortable at any point. And this is his own thing. This is his own battle to talk to his wife and be like, you know, I wonder if I have feelings. I wonder if I feel like you should feel comfortable talking about that.
Maybe they could have done the gaycation at home with one person and had a mutual experience.
Even just or just like maybe just talking about it would be enough for
obviously,
him. Like, oh my God, that would have been freeing for him to be like, oh, and that's okay.
Yeah.
This guy is struggling, it seems like, with not being okay with something.
Yeah.
That's all he needs. That's all he needs. He's trying to find a way of being like, and this doesn't count. And he kept reiterating it.
Yep.
That's all he needs. Just come out. Just come out. It's like, it's a hard, it's
so hard to do.
Just do it. Just start talking about it. Well, that's the block. That's the block.
I know.
That's the whole thing.
And I think it's very clear to me, like from the subtleties of like, oh, and nobody in his life is okay with it.
No.
We're not, I mean, she did say like, I'd be okay with this, but who knows where up into his life, how everybody's talked about it.
That's true.
So it is a tragedy.
It's sad.
It's very sad. But at the end of the day, too, like, they're gonna divorce, he will be single, and
here's this opportunity.
Now we will see. Anyways, wildness scale.
10 out of 10.
That could be the 10. That could be the 10.
And that's the beauty of the gaycation.
And that's the beauty of the gaycation. What happens in the gaycation stays in the gaycation.
It's also like, I hate this guy going to Greece and then taking advantage of all these gay people too. It's like, I'm straight and I'm just gonna do it here and then it won't count. No strings attached. What?
Fuck off. All right, our final story.
Let's go.
We have an Am I the Asshole and a Best Redditor updates.
Oh, good.
And I'm excited because this is a Will I Be the Asshole?
Oh.
So they're asking beforehand, and I'm assuming we're gonna get the result.
Time travel.
What is it, like past perfect tense? Like, will I have been the asshole?
Would I be the asshole for telling my son to wear not his favorite jacket anymore because it looks gay? All right.
Okay.
Probably.
I've got something stocked that we'll bring up after this is over.
I'm a single dad to my son, Oliver, who's 10. He's with me most of the time and sees his mom every other weekend. He's an awesome kid, creative, full of energy, and he's got his own sense of style that's pretty unique. He loves bright colors, nail polish, and clothes that some people might think are more girly. If I'm honest, I think Oliver might be gay, and I'm totally cool with that. I've always made it clear that whoever he turns out to be, I'll support him 100%. Because of how he dresses and acts, Oliver's had a really tough time with other kids. He got bullied so badly at his old school that I ended up pulling him out and homeschooling him. The school wasn't helpful at all, and it was heartbreaking to see him go through that. He struggled to make friends, and it kills me to see him feel so alone. Now, he's starting back at school in September, and he's really excited about it. But recently, we were at a cousin's birthday party, and Oliver wore his favorite jacket, which is a bright pink, sparkly one that he loves. Some of the other kids started picking on him, saying he looked gay. I stepped in, got the kids to apologize, but it ruined the day for Oliver. I'm worried about how things will go when he's back at school. I've been thinking about whether I should talk to Oliver about maybe toning it down a bit, especially when he's around new people. Not because I want him to change who he is, but because I hate seeing him get hurt and feeling like an outcast. I don't want him to feel like he has to hide who he is, but I also don't want him to be picked on or excluded because of it. But then I feel like a complete arsehole for even thinking about this. I don't want him to think that I'm ashamed of him or that he has to conform to be accepted. I want him to feel free to be himself, but I'm also scared of him being hurt by others who don't get it. So would I be the asshole if I talked to Oliver about maybe being a bit more low-key with his style? Oh,
man.
That's a difficult thing, because exactly. I mean, this is a good person, I can tell. From like how it's like, you know, it wouldn't be a problem if he's gay, but it is a predicament when it's like your kid is like getting in danger. I have an answer, by the way. I have a solution. I know the answer to this. It's tricky because you don't want them to get like literally hurt.
Sure. For
how they want to express themselves. So you don't want them not to express themselves. And it's like a young person, you can't really take that to them, you know, because they're not going to be able to. They might not be grown enough to understand that complex feeling of like, I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want you to not express yourself. Anyway, the answer is Taekwondo classes. The answer is Taekwondo classes.
Oh.
You put this kid in Taekwondo classes so this kid can defend themselves if they need to.
Wow, that's great.
That's my plan.
Wow, perfect.
Right. And then they have a cool little hobby.
I did karate as a kid, and I wasn't cool, but I also had a bowl cut, and I don't think I ever felt worried about getting hurt because of that.
I was in Taekwondo classes. They were like, "Why are you wearing a Billabong shirt?" And I was like, "Shot."
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
So
yeah.
How much? I mean, it's interesting because by the title we were assuming I was assuming one thing about this guy,
right?
And then you start reading and you see another thing. But it makes me wonder how much of parents' homophobia comes from this place of like they're scared for their kid, right? Because the world sucks and you're scared about the world. But in the process, if he does that, if he actually goes through with this. Now he's
instilling that on his child.
Like his son also
Exactly.
knows, and my dad also doesn't like it. And,
Right.
and so it's like you kind of actually, is it more important to just be the support for him?
And that's what you have to be. That's why I was like, you can't bring this to him because he's gonna internalize it anyway.
Yeah.
When I came out to my friend's mom, she cried because she was worried I was gonna get hate crimed. And I was like, oh, that's sweet. But, it's not, I'm not gonna, most likely.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is, it always comes from a good place, quote unquote, but there's still, that homophobia that just comes from fear of pain and hurt for this person.
Yeah.
But you can't lean into the negatives of society out of fear. You have to fight against them and just support.
And there's like, no matter how right it feels in his head, there's sometimes where like, you'll be thinking of a motive or a decision or advice. And then I almost think, I'm like, does this sound like the opposite of like Disney logic in a movie where it's like, hey, hide who you are.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh wait, that's probably not the right answer then.
It must be so hard being a parent, like wanting to support, but also just like, it's probably just so hard to see your kids sad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's also tough when it comes to bullying. It's like, you can change the clothes and stuff. Like, kids are ruthless. People are ruthless, right? And truly, my only hope with this situation is just like, if he is who he is and he's showing off who he is, he will hopefully eventually find others who see who he is and
There'll
love
be a safe
that.
community.
And he'll find his group.
Right.
That's the hope.
And you just need to foster that growth in this
Right.
child,
Comments. Don't do it. Kids will still bully him, and all he will remember is that you deterred him from expressing himself. Trust me, the same thing occurred in our house. I was trying to keep him from being bullied, but my child felt as though I didn't accept him and that he needed to pretend he was something he wasn't. Lots of later life therapy. If he's gay, if he's straight, let him be himself and tell him as long as he likes his clothes, that's all that matters. Sincerely, the mom of an amazing queer kid. Someone else said, no one's the asshole. You want to protect your son. You think the best way to do that is through conformity. I don't think you're an asshole, but there may be other ways of handling this. Teach your son unbridled self-confidence and clever comebacks. Teach him how to stand up to bullies, disarm them and humor them, and reverse heckling. Don't teach him that the key to acceptance is not to be himself. He'll internalize that toxicity into his worldview. Kids are notoriously mean. He'll look to you for validation, and he's better off getting it from you than none at all. Update.
I forgot.
A month later.
Taekwondo classes.
He hit puberty and is looks like Fabio now, and it beats up everyone.
Hey all. It's been about 26 days since my original post, and I thought I'd give an update now that Oliver has had his first week back at school. I can happily say that so far things are going much better than I'd hoped.
Hell yeah.
Over the summer, Oliver and I had a really important heart-to-heart. I sat him down and told him just how incredibly proud I am of the person he is becoming. I made sure he knew that there is absolutely nothing he could ever do that would change the way I see him or make me love him any less. Honestly, it was a bit emotional, and I even got a bit choked up. I told him that if wearing his favorite jacket, the one that's caused some hurt before, made him happy, I'd stand behind him 100%. But I also wanted to make sure he was prepared. I explained that while I'll always be there for him, I can't always be around to protect him, and he might have to stand up for himself if kids make fun of him. I made it clear that this doesn't mean he should change anything about who he is, but that he needs to be ready to handle it if anyone says anything cruel. Oliver understood, and we spent the summer coming up with some playful comebacks together. He really wanted to take the jacket with him to school, so he made it a bit of a project, imagining the kinds of things kids might say and crafting witty replies that he could fire back with. It was actually pretty fun, and I think it helped him feel more confident about it. Now, back to school. His new teacher knows all about this past struggles with bullying, and she's been amazing. She's keeping a close eye on things and making sure he feels safe and comfortable. It's made such a difference already, and Oliver's first week couldn't have gone better. He's even made a friend, a boy named Sam, and they've really hit it off. They're planning to meet up tomorrow at the Wacky Warehouse, and Oliver can't stop talking about it. It's been a long time since I've seen him this excited about spending time with someone his age. I know it's still early days, but seeing him come home happy and smiling each day has been such a relief. Thanks to everyone who gave advice and encouragement on my original post. I really took a lot of it to heart, and I think it made a big difference in how I approached all of this.
That's a 10 out of 10 parent.
Yay!
I love
that makes me so happy. That's
so
awesome.
nice.
Update number 2. I just wanted to hop on and give a small update about Oliver's playdate over the weekend. Firstly, when Oliver was getting ready, he wanted to wear all his flamboyant clothes. He asked me if I thought it was a good idea. His friend had seen him in his jacket, but he was a little worried how he would react to the full Oliver. I told him to wear whatever he wanted, and if this friend was worth being friends with, they would accept him for exactly how he is. This made Oliver smile. He wore his full Oliver outfit. When we were walking in, I could feel Oliver getting a bit nervous. He was bullied so much in his last school for how he was, so I understood why. I held his hand tight and gave it 2 squeezes. This means I love you, something I learned to teach him from Reddit, actually. The friend's dad was with him, and he looked at Oliver and gave a little curious look, but apart from that, it was fine. The boy said he loved Oliver's clothes. They spent about 4 hours playing, and we ended up eating together. On the way home, I told Oliver how proud I am of the little man he is. I am so proud of how he is willing to be himself and so brave to continue despite any backlash he gets. I love him so much. This is my final update on this account. I don't know if I'll ever show you these posts, Oliver. Maybe in a few years when you're older, so we can okay, that's...
Yep.
The message? Damn. I wasn't expecting that.
Okay.
Can't hit me
I'm
with
already
that.
crying. Let's just do it.
All right, we're gonna do this. Okay. I don't know if I'll ever show you these posts, Oliver. Maybe in a few years when you're older so we can laugh at how worried I was about you. Your dad is so proud of you. I think you are the most amazing person in the whole world, even when you drive me absolutely nuts. I am so lucky to get to be your father. I am so lucky you're in my life. I love you.
Oh my God. Dude.
Oh, you're killing us.
Jesus.
Ah.
Well, that was great, Shane. Where can people find you?
Ah. Ah.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Damn.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Well, good
Stuck
for
the
you,
landing.
Oliver. You got a good dad,
Got a
Oliver.
good
That's
dad.
awesome.
Stuck the landing.
Damn. What an ending.
All this like.
Whenever these types of posts, because we've read through so many stories, I'm like, okay, I'm prepared for some information.
Right.
But then if you get
the pivot,
a perception or a perspective shift,
yes,
that's gonna kill me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's
I
literally
can't
like,
deliver a message.
No. it's like 20 years later. I'm standing here at the front of your wedding. Just like anytime there's a jump, yeah, you're right. That is a punch.
Oh my God.
Oh,
that's so good.
That's also like the quote that gets me is the like, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah. It's so nice hearing a queer story with a good parent. You know? It's just so nice.
I'll also say, like, I think we all understand this, like, you meet people who have like an unbridled confidence and it's like, oh, what's the secret? And they're just like, well, my parents are awesome, and they have my back. And it's like, man, anything can go in your life.
Yeah.
And it's like, but I'm fine because I've got that. It's such a huge thing.
It's a huge factor.
That's really
man.
special. I think addendum, if he also is concerned about self-defense, it's that moment of like he has that talk and he's like, I'm very proud of you. And then the lights go off and he says, now you must strike to kill or you'll never hit me. Your training begins today. I'm like, that's a good thing.
You must be prepared for anything at any time.
Use your shadow clone jutsu.
And this is a mace.
Oh, mace like the spray? No, a mace.
That's a flail, Dad. You've done well.
The lights come back on. It's like,
now I've never been prouder of you.
Oh my God, I'm still leaking.
Oh
no.
God.
Yeah, I'm on meds that doesn't let me cry, so it just shoots out one and it hurts.
It's like a little pearl comes out.
No, I finished a video game this weekend that's like a 90-hour game, and I just wept because it's a good story. So I'm like, I'm all out.
Metaphor.
You know,
No, after Metaphor, I was like, no, God, no. Oh, I did cry after Metaphor. No, Persona 3, I cried after, which is also Atlas published, so that's like Metaphor.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm sorry. Hey, Oliver, good kid.
Good kid.
Damn.
Good kid, good dad, good
Well.
story.